What is up? What is up, YouTube? The best beginner advice for somebody's trying to start a channel. I'm gonna take it a step further and say this is going to be the best beginner advice for somebody who don't have a clue of what to buy, the equipment, and they're getting ready to retire. Once you retire, you know that income is about to change. You have no other choice. So this is for people that's 40, 50 and over. Right after this intro, we're gonna check it out.
Growth's got a formula most never learn. You don't need luck or talent, structure is earned. If you're ready to build and you know it's your turn, start with the 4 free videos, earn as you learn. Click on the more below to sign up.
That's right, guys. Click on the link below. Click on the more button. It's a little more button. Right up under this video, you read our description. They done change it to a more button. You click on that and it'll open up the whole thing where you can actually see. Click on the 4 free videos, sign up for that, and I will give you a bird's eye view of probably a lot of stuff you already know about, the reason why you want to start a YouTube channel. Now, I am outside. Uncle Mike is outside today. My birthday is coming up, April 30th. I will be in the Philippines. Check it out. I got 4 channels. Actually, we got like 5 or 6, but I'm only claiming 4 of them. We got one channel that reached 510,000 subscribers. We have another channel that we built to show our YouTube growth formula system. We put that channel together. That's at 67,000 subscribers. And we are actually testing things out on this channel right here as a beginner. I'm trying to go back down my memory lane to think like a beginner and act like a beginner so I can see how fast or how slow this channel will grow from a beginner's point of view, while I try to learn how to teach and everything. But anyway, one of the things I think that you need to do as a beginner is stop guessing. Stop guessing. Find yourself a coach. Find somebody to say, you know what, he's right, and get structure. Once you get structure, everybody knows this. All this stuff works on posting content. So we created a formula where you can actually keep posting content. You post so much content that you can take days off. You don't have to do it every day. Get a formula, get structure, get direction on how to build this whole thing called the YouTube channel. And that's what I teach. But anyway, let's see best beginner advice for new and small YouTube channels. Get me monetized in 2 weeks. It got him monetized in 2 weeks. Everybody, look, he has 2.9 thousand subscribers, 2K views in 3 days. He is rolling. Why? Because he has already targeted the type of people, the beginner, the people that want to know how to do this. Uncle Mike has been doing this for a long time. So I'm targeting the people to say, you know what? I'm sick and tired of trying to do this. Let me learn his formula, because he got a real big channel. We have 2 videos that reached over 1 million subscribers. 1 million views. One video has 2 million views and the other one has 1 million views. So I get that mixed up in my head. I want to say all that out quick, fast, and in a hurry. But anyway, let's see what he got to say. For new beginners that's just starting their channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Let's check this bad boy out.
Hi, I'm Lucas. This video is going to be about just kind of starting up YouTube. I got monetized in 12 days and in 2 weeks, and I've learned a lot of things over that, and I've had a lot of people comment on my videos and ask me a lot of questions, and this is kind of part of that. I've had some very, very basic questions and some more advanced questions, but I don't know everything at all, you know. I mean, you could tell I don't have a ton of subscribers, but I did it very quickly, and part of it was because I had an outlier video or 2 that really kind of got me a lot of subscribers, and watch hours. But I have learned quite a few things, And especially if you're small, just starting out, or you're not monetized or even just barely monetized, this could probably really help you. And I'm just me. I'm probably going to ramble a little bit, but I do have points. And I'll try to set up chapters, and you can go to whatever you need to listen to. But just stick with me, and maybe we can both learn a little more together. I can learn something from you in the comments, and you can learn something from me talking, okay?
Okay.
So let's start. So the first thing, I'm going to start right at the beginning, is just be you. Don't try to copy or imitate everybody else. Because if you're trying to do exactly what they're doing, well, you know what? They're being the best them they can be. You need to be the best you can be. Not the best them, the best you. And that's really important. Sure, you can look at their thumbnails, you can look at their titles, you can even look at what they're talking about. But you need to make it your own when you talk about it, Try to make it a different video or a better video if you're trying to, try to do the same sort of thing. That makes you more authentic and makes you more of, it just sells, it makes you, and that's what people are going to want to come back for. They're not just want to come back for, a lesser version of the other person who put out whatever you're trying to copy. Okay? So just try to be yourself. And
that's the hardest thing to teach people, man. I keep trying to tell people, and I'm trying to give you a deeper meaning behind what it is that these people are saying. When he says be yourself, I mean, seriously, be yourself. You think being yourself is when that camera comes on you. Okay, guys, today I am going to show y'all YouTube. Nah, talk. You should record yourself talking to your friends. Lay back, chilling, talking to your friends. And then record yourself when you're trying to do your YouTube spiel, right? Do that with both and look at them both side by side. But no matter what, you're never going to get this thing done right, and you're never going to grow this YouTube channel and be yourself until you start practicing. You have to practice on just being yourself. Whatever mistake you make the mistake and keep going. That shows that you're human. Whatever word you stumble across it and get on over to the other side of that word. That's what makes you human. No matter what, you have to show these people that you are a real person, man. That's it. And just be real with yourself. Here we go.
I think it's really hard to sit down in front of a camera and talk to it. Frankly, it's kind of crazy. And to think that people are actually going to watch it, and what are they thinking about you? Are they going to think bad things about you? Are they going to, make fun of this or make fun of that? And you know what? There's a very tiny percent of them that are going to do it. I've had them in my comments. A lot of those people, you can't see their comments because I hid them from everybody. Or I deleted a couple. And it's not very many. It's I would say it's less than 1% who are, trolls who are just going to badmouth everything.
Man, I got over 510,000 subscribers on one channel. I don't worry about them comments. Here's the thing. Here's the secret. When your fans, your true fans, you start building up your true fans, and somebody come past and say something, your true fans will handle that. Your comment section. Shout out to the comment section. Shout out to my comment section. Love y'all to death. If somebody say something bad, you don't have to go in there and I'm going to delete that. I leave it up there. Show you how to grow some thick skin. Just leave it up there and tell them and let your comment people handle that. You don't handle it. Well, I'm sorry. I apologize. I try to do more better. I try to do better, especially if it's like constructive criticism, lean in toward them. If it's just like, you just so ugly, you wear ugly shirts, and I don't like, you an old man with gray hair. Well, he's an old man with gray hair. Well, we are older men. We're wiser. And guess what? We can educate you on some things. That gray hair means wisdom, baby. For real. Here we go.
Or going to pick on you about this or that, So don't worry about that. There's a lot of people out there that you're going to connect with, and that's what matters, But the only way you're going to connect with them is if you are you. Not if you're trying to be somebody else, but if you are you. So give that a shot, okay? Point 2. So this is extremely basic, but I had people ask me this in the comments about how to get a wide shot instead of like a short shot, like just, a portrait shot, but get a landscape shot. So this is about turning your phone sideways when you film and not having it straight up and down. I know that's crazy. Most of you all probably know that, but some people didn't know it. I had 2 or 3 questions about it. So it needs to be talked about. So make sure you put your phone sideways. Make sure you film from the back camera, not the front camera. I would love to be able to see what is being filmed on the front camera, but I don't. I just see the back camera. I try to look at where the cameras are kind of so that it feels like I'm looking at you. But this...
When I first started, I'm sorry, y'all. When I first, just be yourself. When I first started, I noticed a lot of people were shooting like this. Me, I have a recording background. I'm a certified sound technician. I've dealt with a lot of cameras and stuff. And I noticed everybody films like this. And in the beginning, I was like, this is the amateur way of filming. This is the professional way of filming. Because this is for like movies. This is for widescreen. This is for YouTube. That's what YouTube was for. Like YouTube is like any amateur all over the world can actually shoot their own movie. So, but I was wrong for saying amateurs film this way, because now TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, everybody has adapted. I'm learning people. You adapt to what people like to see, and everybody filming like this on their phone. And when I see people out in the street filming like this, I'd be like, man, every time I film, I'm filming like this because I know I'm filming for YouTube, and I want it to be widescreen and not like, let me show y'all real quick while we're on this subject.
This is very important, and
you see how his video looks. Very nice, by the way. All right, let's go to, I'm going to pull up another chat. I hope this don't take long. Yes, it's going a long way, but we can handle it. I'm an expert now. This video right here. Every time this little girl, this is a video. What's up, you? Now, this is a video on my channel. This is me doing another video outside. Now, when I film, of course, the cameras that I have is already set up. This is not from a cell phone, but if it was, it'd be filmed this way to get it full screen. That's what we're talking about, getting it full screen. Now, this young lady that shoots these videos, she shoots like this all the time. And I am mad at my editors because, see this, all this black area, this black line right here, all this could be gone. She could be way over and I could be much, much bigger. This is a terrible, but guess what? It's uploaded. It's done with. We just released this video 3 hours ago and it got 383 views on it already. We can't help but watch how many views people get on a video. So I'm looking at a video right now that they call this gone viral. Yeah, right. 11,000 views. And one whole day, we got 11,000 views on this video. So, but it takes time to work up to things like that. So let's continue. Where we at? Here we go. We here. Let's go. Try your best to film like this. If you're doing a YouTube channel, don't film like this. Get used to filming like this for your YouTube channel. All your B-roll, everything should be filmed. Always film like this if you're doing a YouTube channel. Trust me.
And when you start, do, like a 20-second video where you check your audio and you check the way the picture is going to be framed. I always come down, I always turn on the video, it's going, it's recording. I will walk away and talk, make sure that I can be heard, and I'll come to my chair and I'll sit down in the chair and I'll talk a little more. And then I will go back, and it's like 20 or 30 seconds, and I'll re-watch that on the camera. And I will listen and make sure I can hear myself. So make sure the mic is working, because if I walk away, then the mic on the camera can't even hear me. So it has to be this mic, because that's what's important as you use, having a mic is probably the one thing you should buy. It's probably the most important thing, having a good audio. So try to do that, and then watch how you're framed, what's around you. Sorry, my dog's here. She wants to be petted. So here, you want to say hi, Ginger? This is my dog, Ginger.
There you go.
She sometimes walks around the back. She's old. She's like 12. But she wants to have a little loving right now. So there you go. Otherwise, she'll bark. But so hopefully that'll help you. Okay? Point 3, hit record. That's really the answer. You got it all. You got it framed. Hit record and just start doing it, And don't try to start it so you can immediately start talking, because, if the camera's backwards, if it's sitting up there, there's no way to really do that. The only way to do it is to, sit down, stretch, straighten your clothes, yawn, rub your nose, make sure your hair looks right, whatever you want to do. And get to where you feel comfortable. Then you smile and you hold it, and then you start talking, because I think starting from a smile is good, unless you have something that you're going to try to do, some little stick you're going to do, but I think that really works for you. So and if you mess up, just don't stop, and just keep going. You can get to a good starting point, and then start from there again. You can start all the way over again if you need to, but don't stop. Don't try to hit pause and start over and over. It'll just drive you crazy, and it's not really helpful. You can figure that out in editing, and I am not a big time editor at all.
Right. A lot of people, if you are like me, I can't get through 5 sentences, man. I just can't. Without if I got a topic that I'm talking about, and it's almost like how to do YouTube. First you got to do this, then you got to do this, then you got to do this, or how to fix a car. You got to do this good. And I got everything bulletproof, bullet point out. I just can't go through it from A to Z. I'm going to make mistakes. What he's doing right now, I can't do that. So I need a lead in. I need him to lead me in this video that we're doing. And then I'll pause it and say a little bit of things. As soon as I get tired of talking, then I go back to what he's saying, so that kind of works better for me. But I said all that to say this. You don't have to hit the stop button. You could just say it again. You keep until you go, I don't know, 5 or 10 sentences. Then you got to start all over. Not all the way over from the beginning. Back up a little bit. Back up a little bit. Say them words. Back up some more. My point is, you go to editing, and most of the time it's the last time you said it, it's the best time. So you chop out each time you stop. Hopefully it ain't a lot, because a lot of time when I'm editing and doing different videos, especially for my course, I almost have to say 1 sentence at a time. 1 sentence, come back. Another sentence, come back. Another sentence. But then I know I'm going to chop it up, because I'm trying to make a point to all the people that's taking the course. So it's real important. So the more important it is, the more stops I make and more editing I have to do. But the dog is in the way. I got to bend down and scratch my leg because I'm outside. I don't want no bees or mosquitoes. I'm jumpy. So this is freestyle.
In the beginning,
In
I
practice.
just used YouTube Studio to cut off the front and the end of the videos. That's all I could figure out how to do. Now I use CapCut on my phone. I use the app. It's extremely easy. And 98% of my videos, I would say, all I do is I cut off the front and the back of the video, and that's all. And otherwise, it just, you get what you get, I guess. But you can do more things, obviously, with it. But it's really easy. It just renders on your phone. You just upload it to YouTube Studios, and there it is. Your video's there, and it's fine. So it seems to work really well. At least it works well for me. Okay, let's see. Point 4. Take your time to work on your videos after you've shot them. Okay? So after you've made your video and you've uploaded it to YouTube, and you're going to go into YouTube Studio, and you need to take some time. You need to think about that title a lot. You need to go to other people who have similar channels that are talking about the same sort of thing and see what titles worked for them. And you can almost copy those titles. I mean, you should make a little bit of spin, but you can get pretty close. Certainly use some of the same keywords. I think that really, really helps, because people are obviously already searching for that if it's got a lot of views. I mean, you need to look at the views and stuff. Look at, and you can do things like go through and do a description. I know that they say maybe description is not that important, but I think it's important to put one there. You can do tags, look at other people's thumbnails, make sure you put in a good thumbnail. Although in the beginning, I didn't do anything with thumbnails at all for the first couple weeks. Actually, before I got monetized, I didn't even do anything. But then I went back and added some words to some of them, and all of them I have some words now. And I try to never put more than 4 words. I think 3 words is probably best, 1 to 3 words, but 4 words is okay. And don't make it too flashy. I mean, you just need to make it, because people need to understand what it is, and you need to build a brand so that if you look at my videos, they all look the same. It's my ugly face and maybe a couple words and some trees behind me, and that's it. That's all you're gonna get. But if you look and you see one of my videos, it's one of my videos, because they all look the same.
Yeah, okay.
So do things like as you're working your way down, there's places to check and uncheck that you need to go through. Is it made with AI? I always check that it's not made with AI. I don't put in automatic chapters and things like that. Stuff like that you need to put in there. But some things you need to check and some things you need to uncheck. But you need to pay attention and do that every single time. You need to do things like end cards. I think those are, I don't know how helpful they are, but I certainly do them every single time. And I try to pick a video that has done really well on my channel and is appropriate for whatever the audience of this particular video is about. Primarily, my channel is about retirement, so I went through and made almost every single video point to the same video as an end card, so that it would drive traffic to one of my best performing videos that I thought was appropriate. And that way that video would hopefully get more views, and then it would help get more subscribers and drive up and everything else. So I think that's a really good idea. Pick one video and try to point as much traffic to that as possible. And you can do the same thing with your shorts. You can point the shorts to that video, and then if someone happens to click on it, it'll go to that video. Hopefully they'll identify with that video, they'll watch it, and they'll like your channel more and maybe subscribe, because it's a video you already know that does really well on your channel. So I think that works real well. I also put cards. I only put one card. At least right now, I haven't really figured out cards very well, but I just put one that says subscribe up in the corner for the channel, because I don't use a lot of flashy things that bring subscribe up. We'll talk about that a little more in a minute. And then I schedule a video for the time it's going to go out, and then I leave it alone. And I probably go back and look at it 2 or 3 more times to make sure that I did everything right. But that just kind of works for me. 5, watch your whole video all the way through until the end, the moment it goes live. Okay, so as soon as it goes live, you watch that whole video all the way through. I don't care if you find misspellings in the description, if you've messed up a link, if anything is wrong. You do not stop. You watch the whole video all the way to the end. It helps your retention and it gives you one view. And I know that may not seem like much, but if you sit there and you watch that video for 25 seconds and then you figure out, oh my gosh, I misspelled a word, I better go back and fix it real quick. Well, you know what? You just screwed your retention because you clicked off the video in the first 25 seconds. So don't do that.
Don't do that.
Watch the video the whole way through. At least.
I said that to so many people. And here's the thing. You don't even have to watch it. You could turn the volume down, turn the phone over, and let it just play. YouTube don't know if you're looking at it or not. He ain't even looking. What he's talking about is helping the algorithm understand that at least one person watched the whole video all the way through, even though it's the person that owned the channel. And then you get your friends and family members or the people that's working on the video channel with you. Get them to watch it all the way through. That's watch time. The more watch time goes on that video as soon as you put it up, the more watch time it gets, the more YouTube is going to show it to more people. It's all about watch time. If you get 1,000 people to click on a video and watch the first 5 minutes, then YouTube is going to be like, well, this is not a good video. But if you get everybody to stay the longest, they say, oh, this is a good video. We need to show it to more people. That's how the algorithm works. That's it.
One person watched it all the way through and they watched it the whole way. So your retention is great. And I know that, it's not going to help when you get 1,000 or, 10,000 views or whatever, but it helps in the beginning and it helps YouTube realize that, hey, at least someone's watching this, so they're going to show it to a few people. So that's important, I think. Okay. Number 6. Ask for likes, subscribes, comments, shares, and newly hype, which I think is pretty cool now.
Yeah.
It may feel weird to do it, and I didn't even do it on my first 10 videos. And I didn't know how to do it or anything, and then for a while, then I started asking, but I only asked at the very end of my videos. Occasionally, I've asked in the middle of videos, and I've started to get better at it because I made these signs. And I think it's funny to use them. And it seems, I don't know if it works or not, but it's my low-tech way of putting in a subscribe thing. And then I also have ones say like the video. Right. And I have ones that say share the video.
Good.
And even comment. I don't have a hype one. I might make a hype one, but I don't know. I don't know how much I'll use these, but I think it works pretty well. And you can also, obviously, in your videos, when you're editing, you can put in one of those little flashy things that, where the finger comes over and pushes the button or something. I just haven't got into editing enough to do that kind of thing. But you need to ask for subscribers. They're used to
Thank you. And make it short. You don't have to make a long speech about, hey, guys, I'm trying to feed my kids. So can y'all please help me grow this channel? I've been struggling, and people don't want to hear your sob story, man. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Let's check it out. Real close, and I do it in the beginning. Now, I think that it's all kinds of people in this world. They click on your video. You tell them to subscribe. I subscribe. And I forget this, I'm gone. If you wait to the end of the video, they might like your channel. They forgot to subscribe, and they seen your content and they didn't even leave you a subscription, a like or a comment. So you shouldn't say all that at the end. I was looking at, it was almost, my lunchtime was almost over with. So 10 minutes before your video ended, before you said subscribe, they had to go anyway. And they never came back because they have this thing called a life also. So it's best to say it in the beginning. Get that subscription in the beginning. And then hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and let's check it out. Here we go.
Every single person doing it, and I've seen several people in my comments say that they're afraid to do it, or they feel too self-conscious about it. And as I said, I was the same way. I even made a short little like 20-second video, which was just, please like and subscribe. It really helps my small channel. I said stuff like that. I made this little bitty snippet that I thought, oh, well, I could stick that somewhere in my video and then they wouldn't have to ask every time. But then I felt like it was interrupting the video, interrupting the flow of the video, so I never actually used it. But even have 2 different versions of it. They're just sitting on YouTube, just waiting for me to use sometime. But I don't know if I'll ever use them. But
right. But that's trial and error. You try something. There's been plenty of things we tried. I'm trying to think of something we tried and it just didn't work. Little skits. I was doing little skits and different things in the intro. We ran an intro on our channel for like 2 or 3 years, and the intro was way too long. People were saying, I skipped the intro. Yeah, I skip it too. Don't worry about it. But some people subscribe because of the intro. When you start being little by little, bringing out your originality, like he made them cue cards. That's cute. Hey, and it don't have to be something like a action movie or something, the car flipping over. You walking away from the car flipping over. Whatever your imagination, this editing software and everything can get you there. And you just got to do a little bit of investment, man. Here we go.
That's what I did. Okay. Number 7, post the first comment in your video. So you immediately upload your video, okay? You've watched it all the way through. If you need to, go back and change some editing thing that you read because you read through the description again. You're like, oh my gosh, need to fix something. Go do that.
Title and all that stuff.
If there's nothing there, you do the first comment. You put a comment down there and you pin it. And this comment needs to ask a question. It needs to ask a question that the viewer of the video can identify with and can answer. Okay, it shouldn't be like, at a certain point, what did I say? It's not about that. It's about, asking them just to give you some information, their opinion about something that you said in the video. And that way, hopefully, they will engage a little bit. And you need to understand that very small percentage of people will actually comment. Very, very small people. I'm not a commenter, frankly. I've watched a ton of videos. I almost never comment. And I guess it's because I'm bad. I don't know. I should comment more, but I don't. But I comment on every one of my videos, and I still ask for people to like and subscribe, and I probably shouldn't, but I ask for people to like and subscribe, and I put a period, and then I ask the question. And in the beginning, I didn't even do that. I just asked for like and subscribes. But I figured out that you need to ask a question because people will answer it. Not everybody will, but if you get enough views, people will answer the question. And then other people will answer their questions and stuff, and it'll kind of pick up a little bit. And all that adds to engagement and really helps your videos. So I highly recommend
engagement
that you do that. You may also, not only can you do the first thing where you ask a question and pin that to the top, but then you can write another comment where you answer the question in your opinion. So that can work in some videos it can't, but in a lot of videos it can. Like if you do like a top 10 video, you can say, what is your favorite one of the top 10? It could be your question. And then you could answer underneath it as a new comment. So it's another whole comment where you answer, oh, I really liked number 5, and then restate what number 5 was and then why you liked it in your own words. And then that builds a comment and it builds engagement. So the algorithm sees that someone is interacting with the system, with your video, and then hopefully they'll put it out to more, and hopefully more people will, watch it and subscribe and like, and you hit watch hours and all those fun things that we need to get to be monetized. So there you go. Let's see. Number 8. Respond to every comment that you get on your videos.
Very important.
Especially in the first couple hours that the video is live, because this will really build engagement. And I will admit, there is a very, very small percentage of comments that I have no idea how to respond to. They just say something that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Or it could be something that's mean, which means they're probably not going to be seen on the channel anymore. Or I don't know, but you know, sometimes you can't comment. But the vast majority, 99% of the people who comment, I can comment something back. Even if it's thanks for watching, you know. It may sound silly, it may sound like nothing, but you have done that. You have engaged on your channel with someone else. Maybe they'll comment back, especially if you comment something specifically about what they talked about. It can really work, and it helps engagement. Let's see. Also, heart every comment. When you put a heart on there, it'll actually send them a message that you hearted their comment, and that makes them hopefully feel good. And maybe they'll come back and to your channel more, or maybe they'll come back and say a comment on whatever you commented. You know, they'll respond to it, and that will build more engagement.
Engagement is the key.
Also, like their comments, you know, unless they're absolutely horrible, like everybody's comment. And sometimes like your own comments. Yeah. I know it's crazy, and it may seem like you're trying to bring yourself up, but you're playing towards the algorithm, and think about it that way. You know,
the first thing you'll do when you have people that really like your videos and stuff, ask them to comment and answer other people's comments. I think we have a lady that helped with our comments, and she is doing an excellent job answering the comments. She answers. She bring me the most important ones. You know, if everybody be like, nice video. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. Now we about to go through turbo. I call it turbo training. Everybody is great. Take a step up. You know, you can't just keep answering the comments. Now you need to answer the comments with a question, or try to strike some type of, I forgot what you call it. See, I'm still learning all this stuff. Ask a question or curiosity to start a conversation. Like, so tell me what do you think about this? What did you think about this part? I was a little, I was hoping you got that part. Did you get the part of when I said this or something like that? Here we go.
You know, think about it as a game where you're trying to, you know, make the algorithm see you. I'm here. I'm small. Please like me. You know, please put my stuff out in front of other people. You know, and that's what you're trying to do. And you just any little thing like this you can do can help you. Let's see. Is there anything else here? So on your phone, okay, so responding to comments. So on your phone in YouTube dashboard, you can just have it up on your phone, and in YouTube dashboard, it's really easy to respond to comments, because every once in a while, just flip your finger down, it'll refresh the page, it'll tell you if you got any new subscribers, and it'll show you any comments that you have on your last few videos. It'll show you any new comments. It'll be, you know, the unresponded comments that you haven't responded to. And then you can just click on them and you can respond to them. It's pretty easy. So that works really well on your phone.
Right, on your cell phone. That's how I do it.
Okay, let's see. Number 9.
I'm laying in bed. Instead of, I mean, I look at it as a game. This is my business. So while everybody is laying in bed or looking at TV, they watching a movie, I'm driving down the street, I'm in the back seat, I just answer a bunch of comments. We dropping 5 videos a day, and we have thousands and thousands of comments. My goal is to help my lady that's doing the comment answering, because she answers like 200 to 300 comments a day. And with my 50, that's 350. Then the fiance answers about another 50 a day. She should be doing 100 a day. But anyway, here we go. But I mean, we all jump on comments.
Okay, this is kind of an opinion, and you can follow this or not, but it's don't tell family or friends that you have a channel. Okay, I'll give you a couple reasons why. And I didn't do this until I got monetized. I felt lots of reasons. Okay, so one of the reasons is that you don't want to put all that pressure on yourself, because I think a lot of people feel like being on YouTube is kind of like a joke or something, you know, or it's It's looked down upon by a lot of people, I think.
Is it?
And
I didn't know
like,
that.
oh, well, you're doing YouTube, yeah, great, But I think that, and even with your family, it puts a lot of pressure on you, because it puts a pressure on you to succeed. And if you're talking to them about it all the time, they're like, oh yeah, I got 3 new subscribers this week. They're just going to roll their eyes most of the time, or they probably don't care because it's your thing and not their thing. And, I don't know. And also it puts pressure on them to go look at your videos and to go like your videos and to go do all that stuff that they probably wouldn't do normally if they were just given free will to do things. And so you're putting pressure on them, you're putting pressure on yourself, and it just kind of causes a problem. And
Right. You don't want, here's the thing. Your friends are your friends because they're close to you, in walking distance, or they work co-workers. But when they go home, they are into whatever they into, painting cars, I don't know, playing tennis, whatever they do, bowling. You into YouTubing, and what's on your YouTube channel, what's on mine is Diddy, Jay-Z in trouble, Oprah in trouble. They don't want to hear this conspiracy theories, or I'm into music, how to mix music, how to make reverb, echo. They not into this stuff. So the years of algorithm on YouTube, they are into this niche. You are into this niche. So your algorithm, well, you're my friend, we should support each other. All that sounds good, but it don't work. Real life situations is what you want to do. So now you got five or 10 friends that subscribe to your channel because you asked them to. And the algorithm is saying, why are you here? What are you doing here? So you subscribe, but you don't watch. You don't really watch. You don't binge watch. So the channel is actually built for people who are truly into what it is your channel is about. That's how the algorithm should be working.
I didn't tell anybody when I did it. Now, thankfully, I got monetized really quickly. And it was also funny because it was April Fool's. I got monetized, I think, the day before April Fool's, or maybe 2 days before April Fool's. So we all went out to dinner, me and my wife and my 2 daughters that were close enough that I could wrangle them to come to a restaurant with me. All went out, and they knew that something was going on about April Fool's. And I started talking about, oh yeah, I'm thinking about, starting a YouTube channel, blah, blah, blah. What do you guys think? What can I talk about? We started talking about crazy things and all this stuff. And I'm like, well, I actually did start a YouTube channel. And they're like, really? Yeah, right. And I even talked about, I said, there's stats if you Google, that says that there's almost nobody, actually, gets monetized. There's stats somewhere between 20% or, 10% of the people who try, really get monetized. And it's kind of a big deal. I don't know if I could ever do that, all this stuff, but just leading them on and on. One of them's like, oh yeah, sure, you probably posted a video. What's the name of the channel? I told him. And the other daughter's like, it won't even show up if he doesn't have any videos. I don't even know why you're looking. And she looked at it and her eyes started to get real big and she's like, there's subscribers here. What's going on? And she just couldn't understand. And I told them, and they were like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And they're like, it wasn't a very good, April Fool's joke because it was real. And I was like, the joke is the fact that you didn't realize it. So I don't know. I thought it was a good April Fool's joke, but that's my opinion. There you go. But also, so other reasons is if you tell all your friends and family, like you get on Facebook, you just tell everybody, I have a YouTube channel, come subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Well, all these people, a lot of them probably aren't going to normally watch things in your niche. They're not going to do that, in whatever you're talking about. So if they go and subscribe, sure, it's great. You're going to get some new subscribers. But then they'll watch one of your videos for like a minute and be like, and they'll turn it off, and that'll hurt your attention. And also it'll confuse the algorithm because someone who, loves to garden all the time is now watching this, Fortnite gaming channel. And they'll be like, that doesn't make any sense. Why is this person watching this thing, And so unless they actually are going to go watch it a lot for you and help you, and you explain to them, because I told my kids and my wife, I said, if you click on a video, you watch it till the end. I don't care if you put the phone down and walk away, but I want it to go to the end because I want that retention, you know? And my kids, I don't think one of them, has watched any of the videos, and the other one has watched like one video, and I think my wife has maybe watched 1 or 2 videos max.
Yeah.
So they don't care. Even after I told them. And even after I told them, we as a family agreed to not tell anyone else. So nobody except those people know. I haven't told any friends, I haven't told any extended family, nobody else knows. And they're fine with it. I think in some ways they're kind of embarrassed that their dad is doing it. So that's kind of weird.
Wow, that's crazy.
And one of them's kind of pissed that I did it before she put out a YouTube channel. And she's like, ah! So yeah. I don't know. It's just kind of dangerous. So you think about it and think about your own reasons for it. Okay, let's see. And then this last one, it doesn't fit quite as well, but it's something that I got several questions actually about it. And it's about shorts and long form videos. And they were like, well, I thought you were not supposed to have short and long form videos together. You know, it messes up the algorithm and stuff. And I've done some research about this, and I've done what I've done on my own channel. So I think what I figured out is I think that shorts, I don't know, okay, I'm a long form guy, okay, that's just the way it is. So shorts to me are a bonus, okay? So the way I create a short is I get on my phone and I watch my short on my phone, and when I think there's a good spot to cut a clip, I will click the like remix button and then, you know, edit it into a YouTube short. And I'll change it to where it's 60 seconds instead of 15 seconds. And I'll fiddle with the little bar down there at the bottom, which is annoying as crap, to get it to be the right amount, you know, the right spot, the right clip I want it to be. And I'll mess with it, you know, back and forth to make it the right clip. And then I will, you know, name it and upload it into YouTube. And then later on, when I have time sometime and when I need a clip to go up, I will go through all the process of checking and unchecking all the boxes, putting a little bitty description. I always put a little bitty description in those things, and then connecting it to the video I want it to connect to, and then schedule it to go up. Because I always try to have one go up like around the time my main videos go up. Either, you know, the long form videos, either right before or maybe even at the same time. And that seems to work okay. Okay, so, but I think what I figured out though, and what I've heard a little bit is the short form videos, I unclick the button that says, let's see, I have it written down here, that says publish to subscribers feed and notify subscribers. There's a button in there that you can click, and I unclick that, because it's already clicked, it's always clicked. You have to do it before you publish it or else it doesn't really work. So you unclick that button and then you schedule it, you know, and to go out. But the reason you do that is because a lot of people who watch long form don't watch a lot of shorts. They do, some people do, and I have statistics that say, I don't know, about 20% watch both. But a lot of them just watch the long form stuff. Okay. So what this does, I think, is it gives you the ability to get the shorts in front of people who are not necessarily your subscribers. And that way, I think it has the ability to get more traction, because a lot of your subscribers, you're taking a snippet of some video they may have already seen anyway, and maybe they don't want to watch it, you know, so maybe they would click off real fast, which would hurt the retention of it, or maybe they wouldn't click on it at all because they're not a shorts person, so therefore it's more likely for it to gain some traction, I think, if you just do it as a short. Now, my short videos do anywhere from a couple hundred to 1,500 views each time. They average probably around 700-800 views or something like that, which is not a ton, you know, at all, but it's something. And I've looked at my statistics, and about 1.5% of my subscribers total has come from short videos, you know, and that's not great, but it's something, you know. And I also assume that hopefully people who are watching shorts, because I'm getting a decent amount of views, that they click on it and it leads them to a long form video, because you can link it to a long form video. And as I said, you can link it to one that you think does really well on your channel and has some relevance to the short form video. And then hopefully they'll watch that long form video, get to like you, and then they will, like and subscribe from there, and then you'll get a new subscriber. And that's what I think. So my opinion about shorts is that they are a funnel to use to get more subscribers and more views on your long form video. Now, and I've had limited success with this. So that is my opinion. Take it or leave it. So that's the 10 things I have for today. I would like to know if you guys like this kind of thing, if you want me to keep talking about YouTube. I mean, this is obviously supposed to be a retirement channel, but the last YouTube video, is blowing up pretty well right now, and I thought it would be good to answer some of the questions I've seen in my comments this way, although I did answer a lot of the comments with comments. So I hope you really enjoyed this. I wish you the much success on your YouTube journey and a long and wonderful life. Thank you very much for watching.
That was incredible. I thought that was very, very nice. One of the things that he was talking about as far as the shorts, I didn't want to do shorts. I never wanted to do shorts. I'm a long content type person, but the shorts is actually bringing in, here's the thing, anything like TikTok, Instagram, that's quicker. People come and see a short 1 minute. It's so fast that the numbers get bigger faster. So you get more subscribers, you get more views on a short. The numbers are bigger because there's so many people short time watching this stuff. But the number one number that matters, that is smaller, is the money. There's no money in shorts, period. I've been saying that from day one when everybody was jumping on TikTok trying to do TikTok. Because if you got 500,000 subscribers on YouTube, it's like 2 or 3 million subscribers on TikTok. Yeah, it's the numbers are big, but the money is smaller. Hey, I'm gonna get on up out of here. I am hungry. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.